Oh my gosh. It's always it's been fun trying to get this live going. Hi. um so okay, I think we're streaming everywhere. If you could say hi, then I can make sure that this is working. We're streaming, let's see here, everywhere. The all the for FanGrrrl Romance Rex group, the Facebook page, YouTube page, Instagram, kind of everywhere. So say hi, so I know that you are seeing this. And while you're doing that, I'm going to pull up one of the streams to see if anyone can hear. Let's see, can I hear myself at all? I don't know. Okay. Hi. Also, if you could possibly say where you're watching it from. Oh, hey, Carol. Okay, I saw your comment. Yay. Hi, Carol. Now, I can see comments from YouTube. Hi, Tigress Alt. I can see comments from YouTube. I can see comments from the Facebook page, right, for FanGrrrl Romance Rex. I can't see comments very easily outside of that, other than the big group, the Urban Fantasy Romantasy Paranormal Romance group, just because I have that up on my screen. But you know what? Let me try to get the other group too while I'm at it. Sorry, it's always so chaotic. And if you've seen my lives before, you're probably like, and I've got dogs everywhere, you're probably like, girl, get your act together. But hi, Evelyn and Jeffrey. Hi, guys. Okay. So if you've never seen a live, okay, so we do giveaways for books. So this is a live that has to do with books, because we're kind of streaming everywhere right now, so people could be watching who have no idea. So these are romance books, okay, and so if that's not your jam, then this is not the live for you, and that's okay. Thanks for saying hi. If you like romance books, then we're going to continue. So every month, we've got this big Facebook group. It's called FanGrrrl Romance Rex. That's with 3 R's. That's a growl for like an alpha male. And anyways, so we do book recs in that group, and then that's led into doing these giveaways for authors. And so this month we have a giveaway for a featured author. We have a giveaway for the Thank You Ma'am author, and then we have a giveaway for the Love 100 authors. So 3 different types of giveaways. And basically the way it works is I talk about their books, I read their blurbs on the live, and we look at comments when the live is over, and we determine who's going to win those free books. Okay, so free books. And then at the end of the live, we start talking about other stuff. So, okay. All right. So anyways, moving on. Okay. So this month, our featured author is Katie May. Okay. And she is a self-published indie author that's Kindle Unlimited. And she is coming to our book signing event. We're having a signing in Orlando in September in 2026 for romance books. And we have 130 authors coming. It's a 3-day event. There's lots of time to go get your book signed by these authors and meet them, but also then there's like after hour events that are, there's a cocktail hour, there's a meet and greet, there's a Hollywood glam ball, there's a big night panel. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so Katie May, she is one of our big sponsors for the event, and she also writes great books. So we're featuring her this month in the group. She's going to get featured in the newsletter, and because of her being featured, she's also like she's on our group cover photo for the group, and she's giving away like really great prizes. Okay, so she's giving away. Oh, hey, Jenny, I'm going to do some shout outs. So guys, okay. Hey, Jenny, I see you. Hey, Holly Edgerton. Carol, I see you too. I already said that. So to see those comments, I have to like look at my computer. On my phone though, I see from the FanGrrrl handle on our Facebook page, and I see from YouTube. Okay, those are the comments that I see here, like right in front of my face. And just the way the streaming works, it is what it is. Okay, All right, so Katie May, she is pretty amazing. I'm going to pull her up on Amazon to talk to you about this lady. She is a Kindle Limited author. She writes all kinds of stuff. And she's so sweet. If you look at her picture, it's so funny because if you go to Amazon and look up Katie May, okay, so Katie May, May. Okay, her picture shows up, and it so makes me think of like, and this is because I just finished Stranger Things. Do you guys like Stranger Things on Netflix? I'm a huge fan. Okay, and this picture reminds me so much of like a 1980s Polaroid picture. It's great, and it might actually be. I doubt it. This doesn't make sense with the age, but it's so great. The picture is so great to me because it reminds me of Stranger Things. Oh, hey, Kristen Lowe from Rockledge, girl, you were right around the corner. Like, for me, I'm not gonna say my actual address on the video, but I am like a hop, skip, and jump from you, girl. So if you haven't already gotten tickets, I'm trying to think if I recognize your name. If you haven't already gotten tickets to the events, I mean, it's in Orlando, September 2026, and you're gonna see like huge authors there that are amazing, and also just authors that we love so much in the group. They're really great authors. So like we have let's see, Katie May's coming, the featured author this month. Heather Renee, who's doing the Thank You Ma'am, she's coming. Sadie Kincaid, LJ Andrews, K.A. Knight, Chandel Levon, Lady Frame, Hannah Hayes, Regina Abel, Lexi C. Foss. We've just got some really great folks coming. It's going to be amazing. Jamin Eve, a lot of people love Jamin Eve with Shadow Beast Shifters. So anyways, you are coming, Kristen. Are you coming? What ticket did you get? Did you get a VIP? Did you get an ultimate? What did you get? Tell me. Because it's so exciting to see. And I'm going to push VIP, you know that, right? Because it's so good. You get into all the events, and we're designing the Tumblr. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get back to the giveaways, and then I'll talk about book event at the end. Oh, girl, you got a VIP. Smart. Because you're going to get the tote bag. I mean, let me tell you, I just found out we are getting special edition hardbacks from Lexi C. Foss, in special edition hardbacks in the tote bag from Lexi C. Foss. And the Tumblr is amazing. The design is amazing. Oh, hey, Stephanie. Hey, girl. Okay. Anyways, I was rambling about Katie May. Hey, Michelle Harper. I'm like seeing, oh, hey, John Higgins. It's so exciting to see you. Say hi. So I'm looking at comments in the big group. Again, not to keep repeating myself. That's FanGrrrl Romance Rex, Urban Fantasy, Romancy, Paranormal Romance. And I'm looking at comments on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and on our Facebook page. Okay, that's where I see them. And I can see Insta too. So if you're on Insta, say hi. Like I said, we're streaming 4 Facebook groups, a Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, I don't know, and a partridge in a pear tree. It's a lot. Okay, anyways. But I was saying about Katie May, she's cute as a button. You look at her picture, it looks like an 80s Polaroid. I love it. And that's because I love Stranger Things. I'm all nostalgic to the 80s. So anyway, she's giving away this month. Let me find it on the post. It's on the post. It's like literally right in front of you on this post. But she's giving away 4 paperbacks, 4 ebooks, and 2 audiobooks. And I was pulling her up on Amazon to tell you. She's known for her her Mated by Fire series, the first book. And I read this book myself. Her first book is my brain. Keep thinking about her newer one, which is Blazing Inferno. Burp. It is Burning Embers. Sorry. So many books, so many authors. It's crazy. If you're like me, you probably read like a book every day or two. Can't help it. Love it. So anyways, she is amazing. I actually found her through Ann Denton. Ann Denton did Defiant Alpha. It might just be called Defiant, actually, the first book. And I fell into that, and I loved it. And I love it when authors write together, because then you end up picking up a book from the other. Like, you're like, oh, this is really good. And then you're wondering, like, if you're like me, you're like wondering what is the artistic process that goes into 2 authors co-authoring a book together? And you're like, wow, if I love it this much, I wonder if I'll love each of their books separately. And so then you'll go try each of their books separately. And I think that's kind of the intention with co-authoring. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, I can see your comments so much easier here. So I found her through Ann Denton. And then I read a joint book by the two of them, Not What She Seems. It's a Why Choose. It's the first book is called Not What She Sees. It's the Secret Darling series. And it is so good, you guys. If you like a Why Choose, a reverse harem, new language is Why Choose, same thing. It is so good. It's got the hidden identity trope. I mean, I'm such a fan. I'm a sucker for a hidden identity trope. I don't know if you guys are, but I love it. So like it has to do with there's like two finishing schools, one for like alphas and one for like your omegas who are, you know, and they're very stereotypical, like in roles with male and females. And our main omega, she wants to go be in, you know, the other school for a couple different reasons. And so she ends up doing like, you know, she's dressing up as a guy going to one. And then of course she runs into her mates over at that school. I don't want to give it away, but it's so good. I love it. I couldn't stop. Oh yeah, Samantha, you loved it too? It is so good. If you like Oh I Choose, you like an Omegaverse, even if you don't, I still would try it. I'm a huge fan. You know, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. I'm a bit of a talker. I can't help it. I think one of the reasons why I love Why Chooses so much is I love all the POVs. I love just to learn all the different. Do you guys feel that way too about Why Choose? Like you just get to meet all the different characters, and then it's like it's not just one romantic plot line that's getting resolved. It's several. And it's just really interesting how that works. And I really love it when you pick up a book and the different POVs are so different from one another. You know, the guys are like very unique. I'm reading one right now that I'm in love with. It's from Heather Long, and it's the first book I think is called Savage, and it's like 82nd Street Vandals, 81st Street Vandals. Forgive me, Heather Long. I'm terrible with this kind of stuff. But like the guys are so unique from one another, you know, and I love it. I just love it. You're waiting. Oh, Samantha, were you an ARC reader for Not What She Seems from Katie May? Let us know. That's so cool if you were. It's so awesome. If you don't know what an ARC reader is, it's advanced reader copy, and authors will put out the books before they get published because they want to start getting the reviews and the ratings on Amazon. It helps with momentum. A lot of people don't realize it, but you really help out your fellow author if you download the book like the first week it comes out, because statistics and the algorithm with Amazon has millions of books on it. And if you're a self-published author, it's really hard to get through all that noise. And so if you read your favorite authors, you download them and you rate them the first week they come out, it really helps push them on the algorithm. So, oh, you did it. You just, okay. I can't wait for the second book for Not What She Seems. It's so good. So anyways, so Katie May, like I said, I'm blabbing. I can't help it. I'm one of those. She's amazing. And she writes, like I said, with Ann Denton. I absolutely love it. And then her big book that she's known for is Burning Embers. And I have read that. And it's really good. It's a Why Choose too. You know, her writing's really good. You immediately get hooked into the story with her writing. She's really good about that. And what I loved about Burning Embers is it's also streamlined writing. I should kind of give those caveats because a lot of people, unless you start reading lots of books, right? It might be a little bit confusing about what the different genres are, you know, and different writing styles. And because I run a recommendation group, right? This little group of 15 of my friends is now like, I think it's like 60,000 people on it. It's crazy. And this whole thing is like, you know, launched from it. It's amazing. But because I do that, right? I learned a lot about the genres and that, you know, if someone writes a post and they're like, hey, I'm looking for XYZ, and then someone else comments, oh, you should read XYZ. If it's not in the same wheelhouse, right? There's a chance that person may not enjoy it, right? Because there is a difference between romantasy, fantasy romance, romantic fantasy, paranormal romance, urban fantasy. They're all very different from one another. They feel like they might all be the same thing, but they're not, you know? So like Fourth Wing is like a romantasy. I mean, you could get real technical. So fantasy romance is a romantic fantasy. It has to do with how much romance is in the book. You know, but like something like Black Dagger Brotherhood, that is a paranormal romance. Okay. It's set in modern times. Romance is definitely the main plot line in the books. You know, so that there's a big difference between Fourth Wing and Black Dagger Brotherhood, right? So if someone's like, oh, I love Black Dagger Brotherhood, and they do a post and they're like, hey, can you recommend books like Black Dagger Brotherhood? I would immediately jump in there and say, okay, go read Immortals After Dark, Cressley Cole, right? You know, I wouldn't get on there and say, okay, go read ACOTAR. You know, they're entirely different books, right? And it has to do with the world building and the descriptions and the type of writing. So where I'm going with all that, I know, I told you, I warned you guys. And I've got a little, let me show you guys this guy. He's on my lap. This is Max from Stranger Things. I told you I'm a Stranger Things fan. And he is really spooked right now. He has been really scared for about 24 hours, and he has been following me everywhere, everywhere. He was climbing up on my head when I was on the couch yesterday. Can you hear me? It feels like my AirPods just went out. He was climbing up on the couch and like sitting on my head yesterday. He's been like really spooked. He has to be around me all the time right now. And I can't quite figure out why. And last night was really freaking me out. He was standing at the bottom of the stairs, like looking up the stairs and just like staring. And it's like, what's up the stairs? What's up there? You know? Thanks. Yeah, he's a little cavapoo, but he's been really freaking out. So, but he's eating okay, and you know, he's going potty okay, so he's probably fine. But I'm thinking about making an appointment with the vets, because when if they start acting like they don't know how to tell you what's wrong, and it's been about, like I said, 24 hours now. He is like freaking out all the time, and he has to be like right next to me. So I don't know what's going on with this little guy. I hope he's okay. He's a sweetie. He's 3 years old, and he's got brothers in the room. Let's see that, which one? Oh yeah, there we go. You can see that right there is Bear. And then I don't know if you can see Snow or not. She's in there too. And then Hopper is over there. I don't usually have all my dogs in here, but because, oh, thanks for confirming that you can hear me. Just because he's spooky, you know, spooked out, I was like, I can't leave him downstairs. But it makes it really hot. You can tell I'm hot in here with a dog on my lap. So anyways, Katie May. So she's a paranormal romance writer. She writes modern times and our world and streamline writing. And so Burning Embers, like I said, is a white choose. And it takes place actually in high school. So, and it has spice. But she, when you read the author's note, she makes it very, very clear that the characters are 18 plus before any, you know, times happen and spicy scenes happen, you know, and yeah. So what I really enjoyed about it, excuse me, I just burped. Let me burp on a live. What I really enjoyed about it is the found family themes. It's there's definitely a found family themes. The main character, the main girl, she is in the foster system. This is supernatural too, so there's like werewolves and vampires, and she's in the foster system at the very beginning of the book, and I won't spoil it for you. She gets put into a house with two men that are married, and they already have some other foster kids, and she's really kind of like, you know, she's had some really bad experiences growing up, and she doesn't really know how it's all gonna pan out. But very quickly there's this found family vibe going on where, you know, she bonds very fast with the people in the house, and she cares about them very, very fast, and they kind of just swoop her up, and it's very endearing, you know. And then she goes to school, her high school, and she meets her mates, you know, and she doesn't know that they're her mates. She's human and they're werewolves. And anyway, so it's really good. And then you have, like, you know, the werewolves where you've got the one that's kind of resistant to it all. You know, he's not into it for his own reasons. And then you got the ones that are just like head over heels for her. But then there's this, like, when I got really invested in the story, I'm not going to spoil it. There's like a stalker element to it. So that was really cool. You know, I love it in books, not in real life, since I'm on YouTube right now. Not in real life. Don't love it in real life, but in books, you know, it's pretty great. So I really got into it. I'm like, oh, you know, who's this guy? What's the history? Why is he doing it? You know. So anyways, it's really, really good. So Katie May, she's our featured author. So she's going to have a page in our newsletter. If you haven't subscribed, go to the website and subscribe so you can get the edition. And we have some questions that are fun that we ask her, and she answers those. And then we have the giveaway, and that's where you hear about the winners. So the winners are in the newsletter, so make sure you check it out. But I'm going to read a blurb, okay, for Katie of the book I just described, so you guys can hear it. And I haven't actually, I don't read blurbs typically when I get to books. Like, I'm like, what genre? Because I like to be completely surprised. So I actually haven't read this before. So, and that's the truth for any blurb I read on the lives. I haven't read them before out loud. I do it cold turkey, and usually it's pretty fun. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it kind of is. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, let's see. Do we have any other special editions for Lexi Foss? Yes, Holly. Yep. Oh, Stephanie Hudson is live at the same time, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Her and I should have joined one another and done a live together. Stephanie Hudson's coming to the signing. If you like Stephanie, she wrote Afterlife, among 5 million other books. Stephanie is like, that girl can crank out books like no other. Anyway, she's a friend of mine, and she's coming to the signing. I'm really, really excited about it. And so is Amelia Hutchins. Amelia Hutchins is coming to the signing too. If you are into Fae Chronicles, it's really, really exciting. So, okay. All right. I'm going to read this blurb. Okay, here we go. This is for Burning Embers, Katie May. All right. This is book 1. And again, it's a why choose, set in modern times, streamlined writing, found family vibes, or no trope, found family trope. And it's really good. Okay. The only way to survive the flames is to become one with them. Since my parents died when I was young, I've been bounced from foster home to foster home. Some have been great, others not so much. My social worker, Amanda, assures me that this new home will be my final one. New house, new school, new life. Surprisingly enough, my foster parents are wonderful, and my foster siblings have quickly become the family I thought I lost. She put it in the blurb. I literally just said that to you, and it's in the blurb. I didn't know. And now I'll always have my best friend and secret crush, Grayson, by my side. That's true. He is by her side. But everything changes when I arrive at my new school and capture the attention of the most popular guys. Ashton, Reed, Emery, and Ethan rule the school with an iron fist, and almost immediately they take me under their wing. But my new friends are a little odd. For starters, they like to sniff me way more often than should be normal. That's true. It did happen. Secondly, they seem to be enemies with some of the other guys at school, including the attractive but emotionally unavailable class president Ansel. And finally, they seem to have claimed me as theirs even before we've had a conversation. I'm beginning to realize that not everything in this town is as it seems. And if I hope to survive past graduation, I'll need to figure out how to navigate this new world I found myself in, or I might just burn like embers. Okay. So that's Burning Embers by Katie May, featured author this month. So check it out. Subscribe to our newsletter, and you can see who won. And she's giving away, let me read that one more time, 4 paperbacks, 4, so they're going to be signed, that she's sending, 4 ebooks, and 2 audiobooks. Okay, for her big giveaway this month. Okay, that's so exciting. I can't wait. She's awesome. Okay, all right. Now on to thank you, ma'am. All right, so the next giveaway we do is thank you, ma'am. It's our way of thanking a member in the Facebook group that we just appreciate. They kind of go above and beyond. Maybe they do a lot of posts that contribute to the group's activity. Maybe they just comment a bunch about authors that they love. Like, we just appreciate them. They're supportive. For example, someone won at one time who, and Jenny, she was watching at the beginning. She did a Wednesday want ads post every Wednesday. I think she still does it since the group opened up in like 2021. Like every Wednesday, never fails. This girl does a post for Wednesday want, not want ads, just Wednesday. What are you reading Wednesday? I think I said want ads. We do that. We're like, wow, she needs to win a thank you, ma'am. Like, we see that, we recognize it, we appreciate it, because every time people post in a group on Facebook, whether you post or you comment or you like, you help the group activity. And it helps Facebook understand that, hey, this is a popular group, and then Facebook pushes it out. And that's how we grow. And so we appreciate that. So, okay. So the thank you, ma'am, we haven't actually chosen anyone yet, right? We need to, but the thank you, ma'am author, and so there's still time, so you can still post to be active, and we'll notice, right? And to help choose who wins this month is Heather Renee. Okay, Heather Renee, she does a lot of wolf shifting books. She's a paranormal romance author too. The book this month that she's giving away in the Thank You Ma'am, it's a hardcover of Fates and Curses, and it releases March 26th. So you're getting it. You're getting it first. I don't know if she's going to wait until after it releases to send it out to the winner, or if she'll have an advanced copy that she can send out. Regardless, it's a brand new book coming out March 26th, and she's giving it away in a books box for the winner for Thank You Ma'am. So thank you, Heather. She's also signing with us, and she's also sponsoring the event. She's a gold sponsor, so she actually has her own panel that she's going to have on the morning in the event, which is really cool. So you can go and see her panel and ask her questions and, you know, about her writing process or whatever. Okay, my phone is shaking. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read you her bio, her blurb, I mean, not bio, blurb. I don't know if I've been saying bios or blurbs. I don't know, blurb. Okay. For Fates and Curses. All right. And I haven't read this before. Like, I've never seen this blurb. And I haven't read the book either because it's not coming out until March. So, okay. All I wanted was the mini bar. Oh, I like that. That's a good start. All I wanted was the mini bar. I can relate at times, especially when I'm on trips for work. Instead, I got a mate and a magical meltdown. That's quite funny. I only planned to visit my estranged, slightly off her rockers grandmother at her inn and maybe find a little closure. Instead, I get blown up, turned into a werewolf, excuse me, shifter, and found out I'm at the center of a prophecy that might doom the supernatural world. No pressure. Oh, and I apparently have a mate, Cade Weston, the dangerously hot alpha with a death stare and a talent for destruction. He says he's bound to protect me, but I'm not sure even he can stop what's coming. Between my ferret sidekick with chaotic energy, my grandmother's questionable life advice, and supernatural threats lurking at every turn, my emotional support chocolate, that's quite cute, ran out hours ago. Survive the prophecy, resist the mate bond, avoid death by destiny. Easy enough, right? All right, so that's Fate and Curses by Heather Renee. And that's our Thank You, Ma'am author for, what month are we in? Holly, what month are we in? Is this January? It gets confusing because we do the giveaways, but then we don't get the winners till like the next month, right? In the newsletter. And also, I should say, if you win a book, sometimes it takes time to get these giveaways. So give it a little time. Authors are busy. They're writing these books that we love, and we're on their schedule for their giveaways. They're not on ours. Okay. All right. So now the 11-100. Okay. I love the 11-100. Okay. I mean, I love the featured author, and Thank You Ma'am too, don't get me wrong. But I love the 11-100 because this giveaway was made for authors that aren't as widely known. And for the featured giveaway, because they get a big spread in the newsletter, there's certain criteria for them to have that giveaway. They have to have certain many ratings on Amazon. Same thing for the Thank You Ma'am. They have to have a certain number of ratings on Amazon, a certain more well-known for those giveaways. But for the 11-100, any author, I was gonna say we let any author, that sounds terrible. Any author can sign up. And any author can sign up, and we just go in order, and they can give away an ebook to 11 winners. So that's pretty great. So we have 5 11-100 authors. Each of them give an ebook to 11 winners. So if you're a winner, and we pick winners from people who, just by subscribing to the newsletter, we do a random draw, by making comments. If you make comments on any of these videos, wherever you're watching it, we look at those comments, and we go from there. So anyways, if you win it, then you get 5 ebooks. You get like an ebook bundle. They come at different times, by the way. I always say that, and it's not like you get one EPUB with 5 books in it. You get, each of the authors are going to send it to you separately, but you'll get 5 ebooks to try, and you can try a new author, and that's really cool, So, so I love that. So they send me their blurbs. I ask them to keep their blurbs to 3 to 4 sentences, since the ones I just read from the Thank You Ma'am and the featured are, you know, those are the full blurbs on Amazon. So they're quite lengthy, but because this videos can go long, no surprise, it's me talking. We try to keep them a little bit shorter. So I haven't read these as well. So anyways, the 11,100 authors that are donating the ebook to 11 winners. Again, if you want to win, comment on this post, make posts in the group. We love group activity. We'll notice. You will be eligible. Okay. All right. The first one is The Kingdom of Night and Fire by Joya. Oh God, I don't know. Terrible at pronouncing names. Joya Maness. And this is a romantasy MF. So that means male, female. It's not a white shoes. It's only one love story. Okay. Between two people. All right. That's Joya Maness. Joya Maness. Okay. The Kingdom of Night and Fire. All right, here we go. And I haven't read it. At 20 years old, half-fae Xenia is forced into becoming the consort, see, I told you I have cold turkey, of Rajan, the Night King responsible for the massacre of her family and the fall of her home. Trapped between the politics of her new home and the man responsible, Xenia struggles to separate the public face of the king from the one he shows her behind closed doors. But as forbidden feelings begin to surface, Xenia must confront a devastating truth Rajan is hiding, one powerful enough to reshape her fate and the world itself. Is she ready to face these truths as well as her budding feelings for the man who ruined her life so many years ago? All right, that's awesome. Okay, so that's The Kingdom of Night and Fire by Joya Maness. I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry, Joya. Hopefully that's right. Okay. All right. Our second 11,100 author is Impossible Tasks by Alexa Santi, and that's a romantasy MF. Okay. Abducting the enemy sorcerer was easy. Resisting his charms, impossible. To Lady Murad, it seems a simple task: imprison the sorcerer, son of her clan's greatest enemy, until he agrees to teach her the magic she needs to protect her people. She never expects her greatest battle to be against the forbidden desire that burns between them. Tricked, chained, and powerless, Lord Sorcerer Lorien isn't feeling generous, but his plan to seduce Murad into letting him go proves a more difficult task than he anticipated. Her courage and determination is enchanting, and her accusations against her father have the ring of truth. As pretense becomes a passion, a moment of peril tests family loyalties, and now finding a way to be together may prove to be the most impossible task of all. Oh, okay. So that's Impossible Tasks by Alexa Santi. And again, it's a romantasy, male, female. Okay. All right. The third one, we have 5. The third one, okay, is this one. Actually, the name is actually really interesting. And I think it's like, hold on, let me read it from. Holly says it's still January. Oh yeah. What month is yeah. No, I know it's January, but like I don't know what edition of the newsletter this live is for. I think it's February. I think this is the February edition of the newsletter. No, I think we're in January and it just comes out in February. Kat, if she's watching this, she's probably like, Rebecca, seriously. Luckily, I have the team to keep me straight, because, woo, when you are when you're organizing a book event, a big book event, that's like in September in Orlando, there's a lot of moving parts. Okay, all right. So this one, okay, yeah, it's 1,001 Nights with the Lycan King. Will She Survive by Ruby K. Okay, all right. So this one is. The king demands a sacrifice. One bride per year is found dead. Oh my gosh. All right. 1,001 Nights with the Lycan King is the name. Sorry, just rewind. My brain's rewinding. That's a really interesting title. The king demands a sacrifice. One bride per year is found dead in her marital bed by morning's lights. One girl dares to defy fate and volunteers in her sister's stead as the king's bride. But Amara quickly learns that something sinister lurks behind these castle walls, more deadly than the bloodthirsty tyrant king himself. This is a fairy tale retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's cool. Very cool. And it sounds like there might be like, I mean, it's a dark romantasy fairy tale retelling, so it's not Hunger Games, but they're like, you know, I volunteer as tributes. Could be cool. All right. Number 4, Reign of Cinders and Glass. Okay, this is not a lesser known author. This is a more well-known author, but she'd signed up and we were like, yes, well, thank you. So very exciting. This is Reign of Cinders and Glass by Veronica Douglas and Linsey Hall. Okay, they both wrote together. So Veronica Douglas is the one who signed up for this. And oh, can I say it? Veronica Douglas. Did she? Yes, did she? Let me double check. I always say if you watch the lives, you get little scoops. You get little treats. You get little insider information that nobody else knows. And you should always, you can watch it on repeat. You can watch it on replay, go find it. And then that way you can like, maybe listen to it 2 times fast. That said, I talk really fast. So if you listen to 2 times fast, I'll be like Minnie Mouse. Oh no, maybe not Minnie Mouse. Can I say this? No, I can't. I can't say it. Not yet. It's not a done deal. Okay. Moving on. Can't say it yet. Sorry. So sorry. Okay, Veronica Douglas. Okay. Reign of Cinders and Glass. I was supposed to save my sister, but the Prince of the Blood Veil. I was supposed to save my sister, but the Prince of the Blood Veil, the kingdom's most dangerous vampire, claimed me as his servant the moment I infiltrated his gilded castle. Beautiful, cruel, and impossible to resist, he ignites dangerous feelings I shouldn't want. With hidden power stirring within me and a mortal rebellion counting on me, every stolen glance from him is a risk, and every whisper, every touch drags me closer to the edge of ruin. Okay, that's Veronica Douglas. Very cool. And that's Romantasy MF. Okay. All right. And our 5th and final author, Level 100 author, who's doing a giveaway. Again, if you're just joining, comments. We look at comments and you'll be eligible for all these giveaways. We do lots of giveaways. This is the last author that we have for Level 100. Okay. So this is from Isla Elrick. And I always remember Isla Elrick because years ago, she did a post in the readers group. It's an author intro post. If you're an author, you can do a post once every 6 months, maybe a year. I don't remember. It's on our website. But you can do an intro post, like you do the hashtag author intro post in the group with like 60,000 members. And you can do it in the other groups too. We have a contemporary romance group. It's got about 8,000 members or something in it, I think. But you can do a post to introduce yourself. And Isla did a post. And it got like 26,000 post reach. It just like blew my mind. She was at her keyboard smiling, and that post did good. So whenever I see her name, I'm like, that's the big post from like 2022, 2023, somewhere around there. Okay, Dragon's Secret by Isla Elrick. After a lifetime dedicated to her studies, Magdalene is finally an upperclassman at the High College of Magi, M-A-G-I, like Magi of Magi. But before she can dive back into her degree, she is given a special task: travel to the island of an exiled wizard, convince him to accept her as his apprentice, and discover his secrets. But uncovering his connection to the dragon who's been stalking her is only one thread in a web of betrayal, desperation, and deceit. If Mag can survive the icebound castle and melt the heart of its master, it could mean achieving her life's goal, or it could end her life. Okay, so those are our authors. So one more time, I'm going to read through. I'm just going to mention all the names that are of the authors that are giving away and what they're giving. And again, if you comment on any of the posts, if you do posts in our Facebook group, that also would help. And if you subscribe to our newsletter, those are different ways that you can win a book. And then when the newsletter comes out, we will list all the winners. Okay. So Katie May is our featured author for the month. And the book that she's giving away, I think is, actually, she didn't tell us which book it was, but she did tell us it's going to be 4 paperbacks, 4 ebooks, and 2 audiobooks. Katie May. Okay. So you love her. Do a post in the group about how much you love Katie May, and we will see it. Okay. And those are some good prizes. All right. Then we've got Heather Renee. And she's our Thank You Ma'am author. And she's going to give away a hardback of Fates and Curses. It doesn't release until March. So you might get it before everyone else. Very exciting. And then our 11-100 authors are Joya, and these guys give eBooks away. Okay, so The Kingdom of Night and Fire by Joya Maness, Impossible Tasks by Alexa Santi, 1001 Nights with the Lycan King by Ruby Kay, Reign of Cinders and Glass by Veronica Douglas and Linsey Hall, and Daughter of the Moon by Isla Elrick. So, oh, you know what? I read Dragon's Secret by Isla Elrick. So it looks like she's doing one or the other, Daughter of the Moon or Dragon's Secret. So I guess since I read Dragon's Secret, that's going to be the one. Sorry, I have two. You know, and Holly did tell me that. Sorry, Holly, I forgot. That she's like, she gave me two. I don't know which one. So maybe she's going to, once the author has your email, then maybe she will ask you which one you want. That sounds like something reasonable that she could do. Okay, all right. So those are the giveaways for this month. Again, if you comment, you'll be eligible.